So once again, very good evening to you all. Today's we will be discuss the critics of the Marshall McLuhan's views on media. So who was Marshall McLuhan and what their view was on media? We will be discussing all the relevant concepts of the Marshall McLuhan, the prominent thinkers in this today's sessions. It's very important for you. So please pay attention that the whatever the concepts will be discussed, that is all it's important. Okay. So let's start it here with the Marshall McLuhan's views on media. So firstly, we'll discuss that the who was the Marshall McLuhan. So there is very less time left for the exam. We should discuss the important parts first, like the IMP units. We will discuss. Do not be worried, right, Preeti? Right. Do not be worried because the result had not yet come, and also that the application form is still to be for filled. Okay. So do not. We will complete it, right? Do not be worried. I know that how to increase the speed very well. Okay. So do not be worried. It is going on smoothly. So just go with it. And if you want to move it fast, so videos are available. You can watch that all the videos. It is available there. Okay, so videos are available, study materials are available, mock tests are available, each and everything are available. Okay, so do not be worried for that. So it we have already given you the videos. Okay, the all the lectures are there. You can watch it if you think that it is slowing down, and if you want to move it. So for every each and every aspirants to fulfill the needs of the that aspirants, we had provided you already the study material and the each and everything. So do not be worried for that. And also the MCQ classes and entire things is there. Okay, lot of the lectures are also available on each and every topics are available. So do not be worried. I know and will increase the speeds. Okay, so we are going through the concepts and yet the application form has not been come and it is to be filled and lots of the times are there. Okay, and very small units are there in the ICT media and that advertisement, public relations and all. Okay, so we'll complete that all fast. So only the thing it is with the that is the first unit, the development communications and the media law and ethics. These three units are the big, and the rest of all are it will be completed shortly. Okay, so do not be worried. And if it will be left also, we had provided you, right? So we had provided you in the advance the videos. So do not be worried for that. Have you got it my point, everyone? Yeah. So not be worry, okay? So it is provided in your dashboards. You can go with it. I am not saying that to go to just match with my lectures. If you think you can go fast, it is available, okay? Chale. So I am talking it about the Marshall McLuhan. He was a Canadian communication theorist who gained the recognitions for his work understanding media and communications. So always the question is asked from the Marshall McLuhan whether their books, whether their concepts. So he's a very prominent thinker from the Canada. So that's why he is known as a Canadian communications who gained the recognition for their work in understanding media and understanding the communications. Okay. So he had given the lot of the concepts we will be discussing here. So McLuhan is famous for coining the phrase that is medium is the masses, which means that medium itself has impact on the society, independent of the content it carries. Medium is the masses that according to Marshall McLuhan, the masses cannot exist without the medium, but it is the medium that decide the extent of the human association and actions. So this is what it is given here about the Marshall McLuhan's. Okay, now we will be understanding each and every concepts which he had given. So firstly, we'll go for that is the Marshall McLuhan's the medium is the masses concepts. So medium is the masses is basically it's about when he had suggested that the nature of the medium itself changes how the people is perceiving and experiencing the world. For an example, we can consider like the television. So television is a visual nature which is encouraging the passive consumption of the content, right? While printed books, which promoting the critical thinking and deep analysis because they are read line by line. Okay. सो टेक्स्ट बुक हो एक आपका विच कैन बी प्रिंट, दूसरा टेलीविजन है, राइट? So if you comparison with these two mediums, one side is television and other side is print media. So what here the print media is discussing? If it depends upon the nature of the media, because nature of the media itself talking it about that what they are impacting on the societies. So televisions is the visual medium, audio visual medium of communication, which is encouraging here the passive consumption. Okay, it's here the passive consumption of the content, because the audio is also there, video is also there, graphics are there, multimedias are there. So we cannot go line by line. So that's why we, in the televisions, we are the passive consumptions audience. Okay. B, consume the content passively. But in the textbook, what you do, it is basically promoting the critical thinking. Why? Because because it is read line by line. That's why it's considered as a deep analysis, the textbook or the print. Okay. So it is the deep analysis which is read line by line. So if we are comparing both the mediums, television and the print media, which is shift from reading printed newspaper to the consuming news via uh, televisions, or maybe from the Twitter or the Facebook or the social media, which is impacting not just what the people read, but also how they read and process the informations. Like for an example, on the X, because we are living in the digital era, and today is the fast-paced mediums are there. Fast-paced medium, it means that whatever the content is published on the websites or the social media, it in a million of uh, in the fraction of the seconds it goes to the million people. Okay, so that is what that on the Twitter, on the Facebook or on the Instagram, the fast paced or the fragmented nature of the medium is there, which is encouraging the consumption very quickly, and judgmental also there through the comments. Okay, so that is what the medium is, the message itself is talking about on the nature of the medium. Okay, getting my point, everyone? Yes, chaliye. So in the book that the in the book which he written, The Understanding Media 1964, the McLuhan refers to the media and extension of our senses and nerves. So basically, if you would understand the next concept, which is after the medium of the masses, which is hot and cold media. So what is the hot and cold media? So hot and cold media, which they had introduced the concept in the 1964, which is talking it about in the definitions of hot medium, which is one single sense in the high definition. So what the high definition here? So high definition, that is referring to the state of medium being highly informative by itself. So where there is the high information, or like the example which is talking it about the photographs, which one sense completely it is engaged, then see here the hot media is that which engage one sense completely, which is highly informative. Okay, that is, it demands the little interaction from the user because it spoon feeds the content. So, if you would understand the hot versus cold media, in which the Marshall McLuhan is introducing these ideas in order to describe that how the different forms of media is engaging the audiences. So, in basically the two types is based, which is hot media and cold media, on the levels of the audience participations, on the levels of audience participation, and second, that is amount of sensory information provided by medium. Okay, so two things are here important on which it is depend. That is the uh, audience participation, the level of the audience participation, and the amount of sensory information which is provided by the medium. So in the hot media, basically, which is providing the lot of the detailed informations, lot of the detailed information means highly informative. Okay, so lot of the detailed informations and requiring the less audience engagement. Okay, less audience engagement or participations, which is called hot media. So this is the two things are here important in the hot media, which is less participations and which is detailed informations are there, which is considered as in high definitions. Okay, so it is offering the large amount of data and leaving the little for the audience, which is one sense completely engaged. That is, if you would see in the next slide, that is hot media, the high definitions and lower participations. Okay. Yeah, we'll give you the example also. Do not be worried, we'll give you the example. Lot of the examples are there. Okay, so first understand the terminologies. Okay, आप terminology देखिए और समझिए. High definition का मतलब हमने क्या बताया? What it is the high definitions, which is providing a lot of the information and detail. Lot of information and detail. Okay, and participant, when there is lot of the information and details are available, and there is the little participations or the lower participations, okay, then it is called hot media. So once again, please remember these definitions. Hot medias are those which is providing the lot of detailed informations and requiring the less audience engagement or participation. These medias are called hot media. Okay, these medias are considered as an high definitions media because it is offering a large amount of data, which is, and also leaving the little for the audience to fill or interpret. So that's why the hot media is engaging only one sense completely engaged. Only one sense at a time. And providing the complete experiences like the, if you talk it about the characteristics of this hot medias which has been discussed, that is one, it is providing the lot of information in detail. Second, that is the leisure audience involvement, or you can say it requires the little interpretations. Okay, and also it's hot media, little participations, and also one sense completely which is being engaged at a time, whether it is listening, are you listening, सिर्फ आप listen कर रहे हो या फिर आप देख रहे हो seeing. So that is one sense is completely getting engaged. So example के लिए क्या होगा? That is radio. So radio is a hot medium. Okay, radio is a hot medium which is providing the lot of the auditory informations. Auditory information का मतलब ऑडियो के फॉर्म में कई सारे इंफॉर्मेशन हैं which cannot be read line by line. हम line by line उसे नहीं पढ़ सकते. That is making it a hot medium because listeners is receiving everything through the sound and leaving a room for the interpretations or interactions. Getting clear everyone about the hot media? या चलिए मैं आपको एक एक और एग्जांपल देता हूं, आप लोग बताएंगे. अगर मैं कहूं आपको, अच्छा यहाँ से होगा. अगर मैं कहूं आपको कि अच्छा ये बताइए, फिल्म्स क्या है या मूवीज क्या है? व्हाट इज मूवीज, हॉट मीडिया और कोल्ड मीडिया? कोल्ड मीडिया इज जस्ट अपोजिट ऑफ इट. ओके, अच्छा एक्सप्लेन करेंगे शैलेंद्र, वी विल एक्सप्लेन राइट. सो फर्स्ट वी मेक मी अंडरस्टूड दैट व्हाट इट इज द मूवीज, इट इज हॉट मीडिया और कोल्ड मीडिया. Yes, movies is hot media. Why? Give me some two regions or one regions why it is considered as an hot media. Hot media because it is engaging audience with the detailed visuals and sound. Detailed visuals and sound. Yes, it's a high definitions. यहाँ पे आपका क्या है, स्टोरी भी है, कैरेक्टर्स भी है, इमेजिनेशन भी है, ऑल थिंग्स आर प्रेजेंटेड राइट, म्यूजिक भी है, all things are presented to the audience in a highly immersive way, right, which requiring the little mental effort to fill all the gaps. So that's why here the lower participation is there. That's why the movies is considered as an hot medium. Clear? चलिए अब दूसरे एक और एग्जांपल के बाद बात करते हैं. द सेकेंड एग्जांपल दैट इज बुक्स. अब बुक्स बताएंगे इट इज हॉट और कोल्ड मीडियम एवरीवन. द प्रिंटेड बुक्स. The printed books are the hot medium, or how it will be cold medium? It's again the hot media. It's again the hot media. Why? Because it is offering developed contents, which is here the words, sentences, narratives, one sense completely engaged. Okay. So it is requiring the reader to engage with the content rather than filling all the missing details. Okay. So that's why the printed books is the hot medias. Okay. Understand these things. What is the cold media now we will be going for? Okay. Now. So cold media is generally uses the lower definitions. It's just opposite. Lower definition, that is media that engage the several senses. इसमें हमारा एक senses नहीं, several senses is that is completely involved. Okay, several senses lays completely in that demands a greater deal of interactions on the part of the audience. So like the cartoon. Cartoon on the other hand is a cool medium, which is because visually it provides a very little informations, therefore require the effort and participation of the viewers. So cool media are considered as a low definitions first. Cool media क्या है? Low definitions है. Low definitions because they are providing the less informations and requiring more active participations from the audience. It is just opposite of the hot media, right? ध्यान रखिएगा cold media में क्या है? It is providing less information and more participation. Less information and more participation और engagement. So participations का और engagement बहुत ज़्यादा है लेकिन information बहुत कम है. So cool media is engaging multiple sense here and demanding more from the users, which is to be more interactive and interpretative experiences as well. So what could be the key characteristics of the cold medias? So cold media के key characteristics है, that is low definitions one first. Second, that is more audience involvement is there. More audience involvement is there. Third, that is multiple sense engagement are here involved. So that's why it is considered as an here the cold medium. Okay. Now, अब ध्यान दीजिए हम यहाँ पे अब एग्जाम्पल की बात करेंगे. राइट, यस, सेवरल सेंसेस आर कंप्लीटली एंगेजेस और मल्टीपल सेंसेस. सो टेलीविजन क्या है एवरीवन? व्हाट इज टेलीविजन हियर? टेलीविजन इज द विच मीडिया? Yes, television is the cold media. Why the television is considered as a cold medium? Because it is providing the visuals and sounds. It is providing in visuals and sounds and demanding a high level of the interpretations and engagement from the viewer. Okay. सो इट इज बेसिकली, अगर आप देखेंगे, viewers is having or making sense of the images, making sense of the sound, making sense of the narratives. So it is here what the engagement, यहाँ पे high level of engagements है. Okay, so that is very very important, the low definitions media and engaging several multiple senses. Again, another example, that is telephone. Telephone is a, yes, telephone is a cool medium. Telephone is another cool medium because it is requiring active participations from both parties, right? Sender and receivers. So whatever the conversation is there over on the phone, that is requiring the interpretation, interaction, and engagements. Okay. Yeah. Chale. So some just a bit. That is Kiran Prasad is saying how television is a cold media and the movies is the hot media, difference with place. Yes, exactly. चलिए, यहाँ पे देखिएगा, ध्यान से दीजिएगा. I am just erasing all the things what I have discussed. First, let's discuss about the televisions. Okay. So if we sorry, movies के पहले हम बात करते हैं, क्योंकि movies हमने पहले डिस्कस करी थी. एक तरफ मूवीज रखिए और दूसरी तरफ आप टेलीविजन रखेंगे. ठीक है. सो पहले हम मूवीज की बात करते हैं. मूवीज हमने बताया कि मूवीज है हॉट मीडिया. ठीक है. टेलीविजन है कूल मीडिया. कैसे है देखिएगा. ठीक है. सो मूवीज बेसिकली हॉट मीडिया विच इज एंगेजिंग. अच्छा, अब आप लोग बताएंगे, दोनों में आप लोगों से पहले फीडबैक लेते हैं. देयर इज व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दिस दैट द किरण हियर इज बिन आस्क्ड. क्या है, कैसे डिफरेंसेस क्रिएट करेंगे एवरीवन. एवरीवन कोई बता सकता है.
सर जैसे कि मूवी है
हम्म.
तो एक साथ अगर देखा जाए तो सबसे बड़ा जो उसका क्वालिटी जो उसको हॉट मीडियम बना रहा है उसमें ये है कि उसमें ऑडियंस पार्टिसिपेट बहुत ज्यादा कर रहा है। एक बार जब हम देखना स्टार्ट करते हैं तो बीच में तो रुकते ही नहीं है एकदम। वी विल बी कंटिन्यू।
ठीक है. वेरी गुड.
लेकिन जब टेलीविजन पे कहते हैं तो टेलीविजन में सारे टाइप का कंटेंट आता है, हो सकता है वो न्यूज़ हो या कुछ भी हो, जिसके
फाइन.
लिए हमें बहुत ज़्यादा एंगेजिंग होने का ज़रूरत नहीं होता। फर्स्ट थिंग एंड सेकंड थिंग कि मूवी जो होता है उसमें सेंसरी डाटा बहुत है, मतलब सेंसरी डाटा इन द सेंस कि जब हम देखते हैं तो हमारा सारा सेंस एक साथ, जो 5 सेंस है, सेंसरी ऑर्गन है, वो सारा एक साथ एक्टिव होता है। वो चीज़ टेलीविज़न के साथ नहीं है। और तीसरा है कि हाई डेफिनिशन है मूवी का। मूवी 1 घंटे का हो या 2 घंटे का हो, इट हैज़ अ मीनिंग।
या.
Like it's rich in content delivery, continuously bombarding with one after another revealing factor, and that television does not have. Television is a main thing, but movie has a particular theme, particular goal to show. That is why we consider
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
television.
All points are very valid, right? So I would also be discussing here between the this TV and the movies. So first, let's discuss about the televisions, why this it is a cool medium. So if we talk about the low definitions, right? First, we'll discuss about the low definitions. The television is a low definition definitions because that early television जो sets होता था उसमें बहुत ही grainy और low quality images होते थे. That is means that viewer had to work harder to interpret, right? So अब जो है बहुत ही high definitions televisions आ रही है. So basically उसमें medium that is requiring the mental engagement that compared to the movies. If we talk about the sensory organs, अगर सेंसरी ऑर्गन्स की बात कर रहे हैं तो सेंसरी ऑर्गन्स आर हेयर मल्टीपल्स बिकॉज यहाँ पे हम देख भी रहे हैं और सुन भी रहे हैं. सो दैट्स वाई हेयर द relatively lot of the details for the each are available. So that's why it is requiring the audience to actively engage and filling all the gaps. So that's why, for an example, TV that shows the simple visuals or lesser refined narratives. दैट इज एपिसोड्स के फॉर्मेट्स में होता है। एपिसोड 1, एपिसोड 2, एपिसोड 3 ऐसे करके। और हाफ ऑफ द, कोई भी आप ले लीजिए, बिग बॉस ले लीजिए, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति जो है वो ले लीजिए, केबीसी ले लीजिए। एडवर्टीजमेंट्स भी आ रही है उसमें, आप चैनल्स को स्विच भी कर रहे हैं, उसमें आप जो है बेसिकली एपिसोड्स वाइज देख रहे हैं। आपने हाफ एपिसोड्स देखा, कल आप आगे कंटिन्यू देखेंगे। सो दिस इज मल्ट, आपका बहुत ही इसमें इंटरप्रिटेशंस का जो है गैप फिल करने का, दैट इज एक्टिवली इट इज बीइंग एंगेज्ड है। सो हाई ऑडियंस पार्टिसिपेशंस भी है इसमें। इफ यू टॉक इट अबाउट इन द टेलीविजन, दैट इज हाई ऑडियंस पार्टिसिपेशन, दैट इज more interactive and participation than the films are available there. So it's a variety of the content, talk shows है, news है, reality TVs है. So watching television is very much casual and relaxed and very much fragmented. So you can switch over on the different television channels. So that's why it is being a cool mediums which the viewers is more actively involved in the interpreting and or making sense of what they are basically watching. Okay. Yeah. So now we will come there also. Mayuri will come there. Now the real time interactions. If we again talk in the television, that is featuring the broadcast, news, sports, various interactive elements are there. Okay, reality shows are there. कभी हम switch कर लेते हैं easily, right? So that why I was talking it about. But in the movies, it is a hard medium because we are engaged with the large screen, high quality visuals, high quality sounds, and each and every frame of a movie is very much carefully composed. Okay, that with the rich details are there, soundtracks are there, stories are there, the each and everything are there, which is basically to be understood as an very much imagination. The sounds are there, which is completely of the 2 hours, 1.5 hours or 3 hours and single or one more thing, it is also the visual storytelling. If we are talking it about the cinematography look on the also that sound part, the movie experiences. So lots of things are there which is making the movies as an hot mediums. Okay, so this is what in way which we can say that the television versus the movies in the low in the definitions terms, in the audience engagement term, in the sensory experience term, or in the viewing style terms, or in the participations that it differentiate. Okay, is clear, Kiran? Surely. Now, the another question is on the newspapers. Everyone will say that on the newspaper, what do you think that the newspaper is a hot or cold? इतनी डिस्कशन के बाद आप बताएंगे न्यूज़पेपर हॉट मीडियम है कि कोल्ड मीडियम है? व्हाट यू से? या ओनली वन आंसर, व्हाट अबाउट द अदर्स? सो 2 3 वोट्स आर फॉर द हॉट। चलिए, सो न्यूज़पेपर जो है इट्स अ हॉट मीडियम। Newspaper, it's a hot medium. Okay. Why? Because high level of the details and information are there. That is the text is what line by line you are going through. Okay. एक एक line आप पढ़ के समझ रहे हैं. It is completely one sense is completely engaged in the hot media. Remember, that is you are going with the line by line in and understanding or interpreting the informations because content is already well defined, and basically here the less audience participation is there because the readers of the newspaper is passively consuming the informations, and the entire content which is given in the form of facts, stories, some opinions, some structures are there. So here the little need of interpretations are there. So it is basically readers can absorb the entire content without needing to actively fill in the gaps basically. So one sense is completely engaged, as I have discussed in the hot medias, like the newspapers is primarily engaging the one sense completely. So that's why it's a hot medium. Okay, चलिए. So, one more thing here we will be discussing when we are talking about the Marshall McLuhan, the global village. ठीक है? The another concepts which is been discussed, that is global village. So please ध्यान में रखिएगा. I am writing it here. Global village. What is global village, everyone? ग्लोबल विलेज क्या है, कोई बता सकता है? चलिए, कोई बात नहीं. सो मार्शल
सर
मैक्लुहान.
वर्ल्ड
यस यस यस, प्लीज प्लीज प्लीज.
सर global village simply means we are in the age of technology where every area is connected through each other with technology, with social media.
या.
So this is called global village.
Okay, that is more relatable. So as the Preeti is here saying, world seems to be a village due to the internet. Yes, that's good. So that is the basically the how the world is interconnected. Okay, how the world is interconnected and transformed through इंटरनेट और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया. ठीक है, जो भी आप कह सकते हैं. So basically, this concept was coined in the 1960 and predicting that the modern communication technologies, which is the smartphone, which is some the AI, that is basically bringing people very much close together like a small village. Okay. So the ideas of the global village is basically in which the Marshall McLuhan is arguing that electronic media such like the television, radio, internet, that is all these mediums basically allowing the peoples that to communicate instantly crossing the vast distance. हम कितना दूर भी बैठे हो, हम एक दूसरे से easily connect हो जा रहे हैं, right, via Zoom, that we all are connected and discussing on this particular topics. So this immediate connection is basically shrinking the world into a village जहाँ पे information can be shared rapidly. ओके, ऑन वेरियस जियोग्राफिकल बैरियर्स. कहीं भी दूर इलाके में बैठा आदमी भी एक जगह पर आकर हम एक अच्छा सा छोटी सी विलेज बना सकते हैं. दैट इज दे हैड बेसिकली टॉक इट अबाउट. सो इन अ ग्लोबल विलेज पीपल्स आर नो लॉन्गर आइसोलेटेड बाय द locations basically. Okay, whether in terms of the news, culture or ideas that is being spread very much quickly, and it is globally also. Okay, so whether you talk it about any kind of the events which is happening one part of the world are immediately known, and it is impacting or affecting the people in other part of the world also. आज यूक्रेन में वॉर हो रहा है, ठीक है, इसराइल और ईरान के बीच में वॉर हो रहा है, वो हम इजिली हम जान पा रहे हैं कैसे? इंटरनेट के थ्रू. Okay, so this is what it is. The many of the examples are there, whether it is disaster or whether it is political event or anything that in one country it is there that another part of the world is also known. Okay, so that is what it's here. Whether you can talk it about the culture impact also. Okay, culture impact पे भी discuss करना जरूरी है, that how the global village is bringing together the different cultures, right? So that is mean of the English that is considered as in the very official language of the world. Okay, which the entire the whether it is financial or anything that has been in the English only. Okay, even in the UGC नेट एग्जाम में भी आप देखेंगे कि आपकी हिंदी अगर भले ही गलत हो जाए लेकिन इंग्लिश वाले को कंसीडर किया जाएगा ऑफिशियली. ऐसा लिखा होता है कि नहीं लिखा होता है? ऑफिशियली द इंग्लिश विल बी कंसीडर्ड. Yes. So that is what here we have to understood in terms of the shared experiences, in terms of the cultural impacts, anything that is the examples which we are discussing, that the platforms like the today's the social media X, Facebook or Instagram, how this concept of the global village are being exist today's. The billions of the users are globally connected across the social media on the social media platforms. They are instantly sharing the news or any opinions or any ideas or anything. Okay, so by sitting in one countries, that they can share their blogs or the post of the another countries, and they can highlight the global connectivity. So these are the some things which we can discuss. Okay, so it's about the global village, how the world is interconnected and transformed through the internet. Okay, we can take an example of Olympic Games or FIFA World Cup, that everybody is in the hot star application पे इतने करोड़ों लोग एक साथ मैच देख रहे हैं. So these are what basically. Okay, so thank you to all, thank you so much. These are the things we will discuss in the upcoming sessions about the next topic. Okay, so hope you have been benefited and learned about the Marshall McLuhan's concepts. Okay, so thank you. We'll meet just after the 10 minutes. Okay.